Yo, what up, everybody? It's me, Fitness65. Now, today I'm just going to be doing an NBA video. I know I said I'd be making NBA videos on my other account, but since wrestling is kind of not being talked about that much, well, except for ROH and a little bit of WWE, I thought I'd just talk about the NBA playoffs. Well, just that one particular game that happened today. It was the San Antonio Spurs against the Phoenix Suns. The game just ended just a few minutes ago, and I gotta say, this was a really good game. This was exactly what you expected for a game 4. You had the Spurs playing with a sense of urgency and just trying to keep themselves from being eliminated and trying to be mistake free, and then you had the Suns who just every time you thought the Spurs were gonna put away the Suns just kept coming back and making a run, and the Spurs just didn't have no answers for the Suns during the third and the fourth quarter. And I gotta say that if you're a Suns fan, you're happy because the Suns finally beat the San Antonio Spurs. I mean, these teams have played in the playoffs at least 4 times that I remember, 4 or 5 times that I remember, and every time they played in the playoffs, 4 times before this meeting, and every time they played in the playoffs, the Spurs have always had the Suns' numbers, and now the Suns finally beat the Spurs by sweeping them, and I was surprised that this ended in a sweep because I thought this would be like 5 games. I didn't think the Phoenix Suns were going to sweep the San Antonio Spurs, and I don't think anybody thought this would end in 4 games, but it did, and now the Phoenix Suns are going to be taking on my Los Angeles Lakers in the Western Conference. And yeah, I did say the Lakers because, let's face it, Utah is going to lose this series against the Lakers because they just haven't shown, I mean, they're just not at the same level as the Lakers, and every game that those three games that they played the Lakers in, it just pretty much showed who was the dominant team in all those games, and that was the Lakers. And now the Lakers are going to be the ones to beat the Utah Jazz in Game 4 tomorrow in Utah. I still think that Utah might get a game on the Lakers tomorrow, and then the Lakers will get a game back in LA. So I'm still thinking it's going to go 5, but who knows, maybe it might end in 4. But still, getting back to the Phoenix Suns San Antonio Spurs game, like I said, this was a good game. Nash had 20 points, Mars Stoudemire had 29. You had Jason Richardson hitting threes and keeping the Suns in the game. You had the energy of Gerald Dudley or whatever his name, yeah, I think that's his name, keeping the Suns in this game, and the Spurs just could not keep up with the Phoenix Suns. And I gotta say, this is a way different team, a way different Phoenix Suns team than previous Phoenix Suns team, because this Phoenix Suns team just played really good defense throughout the whole quarter and throughout the series, and they just showed why they just showed what the thing that they were missing throughout their whole history of being in the NBA playoffs against the San Antonio Spurs, and they finally fixed that. And like I said, their defense was the thing that kept them in this game, and it helped them get far, and now they're going in the Western Conference Finals. I mean, there was a point though in this game that the Spurs were making a run. I mean, Phoenix had the game in the bag, and then Amari Stoudemire fouled Gerald Hill or whatever his name is, and he made the shot, and that ended up being a 4-point play. Of course, Gerald Hill or whatever his name is, he ended up hitting the free throw, and that cut the lead to I think 4 or 3. And you would have thought, and you think that the Spurs are going to end up winning this game and they're going to start making a run throughout the game, but somehow the Phoenix Suns managed to pull it out and they managed to win this game. And I think the final score was 107-101, and I believe that was the score. Very good game though. I got to say, you got to tip your hat out to the San Antonio Spurs. Even though they struggled, they went out there and they just played like this was their last game, which it was, and they played like they wanted to still play another game, and they just kept fighting throughout the whole fourth quarter. But it was just too much Phoenix Suns and too much defense of the Phoenix Suns, and they just couldn't keep up with the Phoenix Suns, and that showed in the game. But congratulations to the Phoenix Suns. Going to the Western Conference, I believe, for the second straight time. You're going to be taking on the Lakers. Like I said, there's no way Utah is going to beat my Los Angeles Lakers, and that should be a really good, interesting game, because if you've seen these two play in the last two playoff games, this was a very intense. Those were very intense playoff games, and now they're going to have another rivalry again in the Western Conference, which should be a very good game, and I'm really looking forward to it and anticipating it. But yeah, congratulations to Suns fans. I know you guys have been waiting for this moment where the Suns finally beat the San Antonio Spurs, and you finally got it. But this time, the Suns sweeping the San Antonio Spurs. So congratulations to the Suns, and like I said, hats off to the Spurs for just keep fighting throughout the whole game, and just not giving up. Even when they were losing, they still kept fighting. So hats off to them. Hopefully they might be good next year, but like I said, they're getting a little bit older, so I'm not gonna expect them to go far again. But if they can get younger, then maybe something will happen with them, but I just don't see that. But again, the Phoenix Suns are moving on to take on the San Antonio Spurs. I mean, not the San Antonio Spurs. The Phoenix Suns are moving on to the Western Conference Finals to take on the Los Angeles Lakers. And like I said, the Lakers are going to win the series against Utah. And like I said, this should be a very good, interesting series between the Lakers and the Phoenix Suns, because these two teams play in the same division, and these two teams really hate each other, and it's going to show when these two teams play each other. But yeah, that's pretty much my video. Wanted to give my quick thoughts about the Phoenix Suns defeating the San Antonio Spurs tonight, 107-101, by sweeping the Spurs, which I didn't expect that. Many people didn't expect this team to sweep the Spurs. They expected probably this game to be 6-7 games, but 4 is really shocking. But still, the Phoenix Suns took care of business, and now they move on to the Western Conference Finals. But yeah, that's just pretty much my video. Wanted to do a non-wrestling related video, a NBA sports video, talking about the Phoenix Suns winning. Give me your thoughts about the video. You can rate or give your thumbs up, or give me your comments at the bottom about what you think about the Suns beating the Spurs, and whether you think the Suns will make it to the NBA Finals, or whether you think the Suns are the best team in the NBA playoff, these NBA playoffs so far. Give me your thoughts on that. And until then, Fitness 65 out. Give me your thoughts. Let me know what you think about this series and other NBA series, and let me know what you think about the Lakers against the Suns in the Western Conference Finals. Till then, that's my video. Thank you for watching. Fitness 65 out. Peace.